Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm getting tongue twisted. Martin with Belver Auto Spa, and today we're going to be reviewing Feynlab's Pure Rinseless V2 rinseless wash product. Now, real quick, just get it out of the way. This goes for about $22.40 for this bottle. They also have this is a 1 liter bottle. They also have a 5 liter bottle for $68.09. So a bit pricey, but I mean, most rinseless washes aren't super cheap. I think O&R might be, but then it all comes down to dilution ratios, concentrations, and everything. So I already know it's going to be asked. I'm going to compare it against DIY Details Rinseless Wash and Wolfgang Uber Rinseless Wash. Now I also have Wolfgang Uber SiO2 Rinseless Wash. That's basically this with some ceramic protection in it. I just wanted to put that in there. I do like using this for ceramic coated vehicles. You can use it for any vehicle. I just like using it for ceramic coated vehicles because ceramic coated cars don't get super dirty. And these are polymer based, by the way. The ceramic coated cars don't get super dirty, and this, adds a little bit of ceramic protection on top. Very slick. But for this video, we are going to be cleaning a ceramic coated car, but we're going to be testing these products head to head. So Wolfgang is a polymer based rinseless wash, very concentrated. DIY Detail is a hybrid polymer and surfactant based, decently concentrated. And Feynlab is, from what I understand, just a surfactant based, no polymer. So this stuff is really strong cleaning power wise, so much to the fact that they say that if you have waxes, sealants, anything that's not known for super high durability, it's going to strip it right off. I mean, waxes definitely, a lot of sealants it probably will. This is definitely friendly towards waxes and everything like that, and this is reasonably friendly, and you can mess with the dilution ratios. So we'll show the back of this bottle just so you can see the instructions. So basically they say you can use this for rinseless or waterless washing, depending on the concentration. But they say use ½ an ounce per gallon of water. So each bucket I have has roughly 2 gallons of water. So we'll be using an ounce of this. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we'll be using about an ounce of this in the bucket. And then DIY Detail says an ounce per 2 gallons of water, so I'll be using about an ounce of this. And then Wolfgang says an ounce per 3 gallons of water. Now this is an ounce per 2 gallons, but this is an ounce per 3 gallons. It's a little bit more concentrated. So I'll use 2/3 of an ounce, I guess. I'll get these mixed in the bucket. I'm not going to be using a rinseless wash sponge. I'm going to be using similar microfiber wash media, basically because Feynlab doesn't mention anything about a rinseless wash sponge. They say to use their wash mitt, which I have. And then I've got a Max Shine and Armor Detail Supply wash mitt, which I believe the Armor Detail Supply is made by Autofiber. They're all similar construction, so we'll test them head to head and see how they do. So let's go get these put in the buckets, and we'll take a look at the car and get started. Alright, so I got our 3 buckets here. First one we'll do is Wolfgang. So like I said, this is 1 ounce per 3 gallons. So let's fill it up to about 2/3 of an ounce. Get that poured in there. Alright, that's mixed in. Next we're in the DIY Detail. Now DIY is the only one that doesn't come with its own built-in measuring bottle, but no big deal. These are 1 ounce containers. You can see DIY is already, the surfactant is what causes those bubbles. The DIY you could foam it on, and I've done a video showing it can be foamed up. Now for Feynlab, let's get this bottle open. So again, we do 1 ounce because we got about 2 gallons of water. Now generally guys, with rinseless wash, less is more. If you overdo it, you end up running into streaking issues. So you got about an ounce there. Now this definitely has like a thicker kind of syrup-like consistency. And you can see that foams more, and it smells really good. So I'm really bad with scents. You know, Wolfgang has like a subtle bubblegum scent. DIY is like a mango-y, pineapple-y scent, subtle. Feynlab is a little bit stronger, and I don't even know how to describe that. It smells kind of like, I don't know, raspberry? Kinda, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to describe. I'm really bad with scents again, but it does smell pretty good. So let's get our 32-ounce bottles to pre-treat, and then we'll get this tested. Now for this, all you gotta do, I've already got one made up for DIY. I've already got one made up for Wolfgang. It is a little bit stronger in the Wolfgang one because I also use it as clay lube and waterless wash. Carpro dilute bottles are really nice. I like them. Put it in there. It fills up very slowly. And there we go. You got your pre-treat. Alrighty. Next, let's take a look at this car. All I gotta do is turn around to see it. I got this from covermyplate.com. This thing's pretty cool. But you can see this car is reasonably dirty. This is ceramic coated with Ryan West 7H coating. But yeah, we got some stuff to clean off. The side is not so bad. We're gonna focus on the rear because of just how nasty the rear is. So let me move this out of the way. Get this camera set up. And so just how the buckets are going to set up, we'll do Wolfgang on the right third, DIY detail in the middle, and Feynlab on the left third. First thing we'll do is pre-treat. Alright, now one thing I noticed. You can see the ceramic beating off Wolfgang and DIY, and it gets more extreme as you go to the right, so it's really beating it off here. DIY is kind of soaking in a little bit better, but then if you look at Feynlab makes like a film almost over the surface with the rinseless. That tells me this is definitely going to be a little bit more aggressive cleaner. That's just my thoughts on it though, could be wrong. Whatever. Well, let's get these sections washed off. You can see how it is. Now, of course, you always want to wash from top to bottom. Light pressure, you're not pushing down, you're not trying to scrub, or you risk scratching the vehicle. Now you see what I mean? This is basically makes it look like there's no protection there. Not that it's stripped it off, but it's just really clinging on there. But the other two kind of beat up over time. This one's just really like stuck on the surface. It spreads out, so it's, I want to say it's oily. It's not oil though, but it's got like a film to it, I guess you could say. And then of course the last step is to dry it off. So I'll try to flip to a clean section each time. This is the Cobra Guzzler, I think it's called, from Ozzy. Now with rinseless washing, it's the product on the surface that gives you that lubrication as you dry, so you're not scratching. That's why some people say it's safer than soap and water, because a lot of people, when they dry their car off at the end, they'll use a towel and they won't use a detail spray or anything. So it's just, water is not a good lubricant, so the towel itself can cause micro marring. So that's what they mean by when they say it's safer. It's not necessarily safer, it's all in the technique, the method used. Your technique is the safest. As long as there's lubrication on the surface, you're good. They all feel nice and slick. I will say the Wolfgang section felt the slickest by a small margin. That's probably because it's polymer based. But you can see everything's nice and clean. Let me grab my inspection light. There's my dog. Oh yeah, there's the Wolfgang section. Nice and clean. DIY section. Nice and clean. And the Feynlab section. Nice and clean. There are some swirls in the paint. I did polish it when it was brand new, but you know, my wife, my son, they don't respect the car paint finish as well as I do on mine, so it happens. But it just happens with any car, unless it's a garage kept show car. But next I'm going to do the side panel with just Feynlab, so we can get a better look. But as you can see, they all work well to clean, and you can see the different properties of them. So Feynlab is interesting with that film that it creates, but if it works, right? And next I'm going to do this back section here, so you can see where I've cleaned, where I haven't cleaned. So it's, you know, fingerprints from my kid. It's dirty, it's not super dirty, but I did clean the wheels already as well. I used soap and water for that. Or wheel cleaner, I guess I should say. Now the water for the Feynlab does turn a hazy white. Kind of like if you use, I don't know if you ever use pine oil, or you put like a citrus solvent in water, kind of turns that milky white. And that's what I am smelling. It is a citrusy smell, I guess. So I'm wondering if they do use some sort of citrus solvent-based cleaner surfactant in their formula. I would not be surprised. But using this on the surface, this just easily, it glides right across. Like there's no resistance at all. You can see here the ceramic protection does break through a little bit better now they got a better view. But it just glides across the surface. It's so smooth. Really like that. drying it off, it doesn't feel super slick, but that's a minor issue, really. I'm gonna grab this little spray bottle with some water, and we're gonna see how it affected the hydrophobic performance, if it did at all. Or actually, just decided I'm gonna use the garden hose. So let's see. Yeah, hydrophobics are not impacted whatsoever. So water still just beads up and rolls right off. So it doesn't leave any residue behind on the surface that interferes with anything. So that's good. Next I'm gonna do the window. I just wanna see how it does on the glass. All right, so we'll do the glass here. Great, yeah, no streaking or anything like that. Again, I mean, I guess unless you let it dry on there, but overall pretty good. This rinseless wash product is great. I've never used version 1 actually, but I got version 2. So version 2 is really good. Definitely grab yourself a bottle. I definitely recommend it. Let's go back to the table for the final thoughts. Yeah, before I go back, I did want to show, like, look at the suds in the bucket. It does make a lot of suds, so don't be alarmed if that happens. You can probably foam this on too, honestly. Alright, so Feynlab Pure Rinseless V2. Great product. It cleans very well. It is very slick when you're using it, and it does not appear to leave any residue behind, so that is good as well. So, you know, high marks across the board. Really good rinseless wash. Definitely worth picking up and grabbing. You know, $22 for a liter is not bad. It is pretty cut. It's about as concentrated as most of them as well. Wolfgang is an exception. It's more concentrated than most, but I mean they're all good options. DIY Detail, I've got a discount code for them. Wolfgang, I don't have a discount code for them, but I'll link all the stuff below. I'll put links, discount codes, everything. It's going to be below if you want to buy something, whatever. It helps the channel out, but just liking the video also helps the channel out. I've also been using the Feynlab tire and wheel cleaner. This on their website says installer only. Now I did get it from an installer who resells products. He's based out of San Antonio. If you want to get with him, just hit me up and I'll get you in touch with him if you want to buy the products locally. But this stuff is interesting. It does come out this color. I don't know why they chose to go with such a neon yellow color, highlighter yellow, but it works well, so you know, that's all I can say. It is very strong. It stripped the protection off the wheels completely. Not ceramic coating obviously, but I use Carpro Hydro too. It stripped that right off the wheel. Cleaned the tires very well, but it doesn't say anything about dilution ratios, so I don't know if it's dilutable or not. That's just interesting. I've got some other Feynlab stuff too. I've got their tire sealant. I'll be testing that. Interior cleaner, glass cleaner, detailer. I'll probably torture test the detailer. And then I've got this leather treatment as well. So Feynlab's got some interesting products. I do like they use Flairosol sprayers. Those are very nice compared to trigger sprayers. It just helps you mist the product on more easily. It is a little bit more bulkier, but you know, whatever, it's not a big deal. That's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know a lot of you have been looking forward to seeing me review this, so here it is. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and comments, concerns down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Other than that, join the Facebook group. I love interacting with people in there. I interact in comments as well, just, you know, if you don't have Facebook, no big deal. But I'll see you all in the next video. Keep them clean. Have a good one.